Hello, today I'm going to demonstrate the Apprenda Apigee integration. Apigee is an API management platform, and the purpose of this integration is to access your web APIs hosted on Apprenda through Apigee securely with OAuth authorization. So the first thing you want to do is have an app with a web API deployed on Apprenda. This is my app here, and this is just a .NET template app for web API. If you make a request to this API, it'll just return some preset values. Any API will work for this. So you're also going to need to have user access set to authenticated, which you can do here in the configure tab under user access. So once your app is ready and deployed and this setting is here, go to your SOC, and you'll need to upload the external authentication plugin. You can find that in the repo. This page is in security under service authentication. You're going to hit enable external authentication here and upload the plugin archive. For this HTTP headers box, you're going to need to put in authorization and Apigee host, and those are comma separated. Now you can hit upload and wait for that to finish. Okay, once that's finished, you'll need to go to your Apigee portal and configure your proxy. So first, you'll want to upload the proxy that's provided in the repo. It's called Apprenda Proxy. You can go to this proxy page and hit add proxy. Choose the proxy bundle option here. Choose your file, which is this, and you can name it whatever you want, but we're just going to use that name. Once it's uploaded, go to view proxy in the editor. And there's one thing you'll need to change here, which is this target endpoint. This is obviously for my app. I don't need to change it, but to change this to the endpoint for your app, go here and change this URL here. That's under my app target and target endpoints. Once you do that, you'll have to save the proxy, and one can just go ahead and deploy this. I'm going to deploy to test. And now we're deployed. So these URLs here are all of your endpoints, and this verify endpoint, you don't need to use this. This is used by the plugin. The endpoint you're going to be calling is this one, or this one if you want to, but I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to take this URL, and I already have it actually, but I'm going to save it here. So now you need to have a developer. So go to this publish over here and developers. I already have one, but if I need another one, you hit add developer here. The username doesn't matter, but this password needs to be the same password as your Apprenda tenant that's authorized on the app you're trying to access. This user I have here is already good to go, so I'm just going to go with that one. Now you need to create a product. That's in under publish API products. Go to add API product. You can give whatever name you want. I'm going to call mine Apprenda product. Just the test environment for now. And the access is going to be public. And under resources, select that proxy that you just made and whatever revision you're on. I'm on revision 1, should be as well. And add this resource path, and then go ahead and add second resource path, just a slash there. And that's all the settings for your product. You can hit save, and you can see it there. So next you need to create an app. Go to the app page under publish, hit add app. Again, you can name it whatever you want. Mine's called Apprenda app. Developer, select that developer you just made, make sure it's got the right email address. Expiration, I'm just going to set mine to never, and then add that product that you just made and hit save. Okay, so when you go to this app page, you will see your consumer key and consumer secret. This is what you're going to use to generate your access token. So just go ahead and take note of these values. Now, to actually create this access token, you can use a different proxy. This might already be on your Apigee account. It comes on your account by default, but if it's not, you can find it in our repo with the other proxies. I have it here. Just upload it. You don't have to change anything about it. It should be called OAuth or something like that. Doesn't matter what you call it. But here's the URL for this, and the endpoint you're going to use is this access token endpoint. And then you're going to provide it with the key that you just had there. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that call. I have it here. I'm going to put my client ID in here and my client secret in here, and you can see this path here, OAuth client credential access token, is what I just showed you. So when I make this call, eventually, I will get back this information, and what I need from this is the access token. I'm going to save that here. One more thing to note, if you do want to change the expiration time, it's set to 1 hour. You can change that here. Expires in, this is in milliseconds. So if you want it to last more than an hour, go ahead and change that. But I don't want to. So now we've got our access token, we've got our proxy, and we've got our plugin. But there's one more thing you have to do on the Apprenda side, and that is to add your URL to the registry whitelist. So actually I already have this in here, but I'll add it again. So the setting name is going to be authentication.external services whitelist, and the value is going to be this URL that you're using, not the path, just the base URL here. And if you want to have more than one URL, just separate them by comma. You can have as many as you want. And you go ahead and save. And I already have one, so it's not going to take that, but that's what you need to do. I'll show it. Here it is. Alright, so it's already in there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make our API call here. Here's my URL, and my path is my app, and then my API path is API/values, and then I'm just going to add this header, authorization, bearer, and then my access token here, and there's our values. You can see that took a little while. Actually, when you make the same request again, it's much faster. The Apprenda plugin will save your session in Apprenda, so if it gets the same request again after it's verified, it won't do the verification step every time until that Apprenda token expires. And you can see if you try to give it something that's not legitimate, like just mess up this access token here, it will not put you through. Eventually, there you go. And if you leave out this header completely, it also will not put you through. So there you go. That's the Apprenda Apigee integration. For a more detailed explanation, you can check out the docs. There's a step-by-step guide in the repo. Thanks.